Hello all, my name is Ali Kts and this is the second part of the Rocket Busters, the game development series that we started. And today we're going to do a basic level for our game and put in our player. So let's start. Okay guys, so in the last video we installed Unity and we talked a little bit about its interface. Now that we have that basic knowledge, we're going to start to develop our basic game level. And we're going to explain everything that's in here, but each one is going to explain when it is accessed. So we're going to explain everything step by step, not all at once, so you guys don't get confused and it's in a flow. So today we're going to learn how to create objects and move them and scale them, rotate them, stuff like that. So without wasting any further time, let's just start. So you can right click here and just go down here and create a 3D object, which is a cube. Okay, then to move an object you can move it using these arrows here. One thing I forgot to tell you, normally this is how this looks like. It's over here and this is our scene view. So to move it, you just select it and just drag it around to move it to a different position. It's just easy, you can just do it like that. So let's just center it to the center of the map, which is 0, 0, 0. So every time we move an object, or we scale an object, or we rotate an object, we have three directions, like three ways it can go: the X direction, the Y direction, and the Z direction. And that is the case with everything that we do in the scene. Three directions: X, Y, Z. These things you see here, these are the axes. Last time I didn't think I named them right, so these are the axes, and you can use them to go to different views, or different side of the object, or different axes. So okay, so we have our object centered. Now let's select our camera, focus on it, and change it from perspective to orthographic so that we get this straight view and the camera is not like extending to a whole new level. So now we can go ahead to game view. Now if we want to like make a level, we're supposed to have a wall here, here, and here. This side is not supposed to have walls because here we're gonna put our guns in. So to fit them right, we need to see the camera view and the scene at the same time. So if we select this, the camera gets this selected. So to do that, we can just select this game object, game view or game window, and drag it here so that we can see both the windows at the same time. Now if we move this up, we can see it. Okay, let's fix it here. Okay, a bit up. Okay, we can move it through that. We can use these values to move the object around. Let's say 6. Okay, we have that perfectly scaled to fit it there. It looks good. So now we have to scale it. You can scale it by getting the scale tool from here and dragging it out to scale it out, or you can just put your mouse here and just drag it to the other side to scale it up. You can also put in a value to scale up, like suppose 15, or just use the old way and just scale it out until it fits the screen. Okay, I think 18 would be better. Okay, now we can duplicate an object, but like that, and the object is duplicated. Now there is this object is like reproduced, like having the same properties, the same location, everything the exact same. It's just a duplication of the primary object that we selected. Now to move it down, since we started from position 0, so it is at the top, so if we say minus, so it goes exactly down, but we can't see it because our camera is not at 0 position. So let's get it to 0. Let's keep that at -10, so that way we would be able to see, give some space to the scene. We can't see it right now because it's too below, so let's drag it up until we can see it. Okay, -5 would be better, I think. Yeah. Okay, and for this one we can put it 5. Okay, we have our top and bottom wall done. Let's just create the left wall. We can also create objects from here. This little bound you see here, the create, you can create objects from here. So if you say create, it's going to be created at this. So let's set it back to 0 and 0. Okay, we have it in the center. Now we want it to the left side. We want another wall here. So let's move it until it fits. Okay, I think -9 would be better. Yeah. Okay. Now to scale it to fit this area, we have to drag it out in the direction you see, and this green arrow represents the y direction. So let's scale it out until it fits the whole thing. Yeah. Okay, it's looking good. I think we have our walls done here, and they look great. Okay, now we have to put our player in there. So we're not gonna put anything good looking. We're just gonna put in a cube there. In the next videos, we're gonna put in an amazing character. But for now, just put in a cube there. Okay. Okay, we have the player right here, and okay. Remember, you see here cube 1, cube 2. Can you really differentiate which one is which? You can't, because they are not named rightly. So always name your objects right, and remember to name them and name them right. Okay, so if it's like the top wall, so we can say it's the top wall. This way, when we're like looking here, so we know which one is which, and we can easily figure out where which object is and how to manipulate them. Okay, so we have bottom wall, and we have left wall, and we have the player. Okay, so we have our player there, we have the walls there. Let's play the game and see how it looks. Okay, we can't even see the player. Okay, that's because it's at -10, and as you guys can see, the camera is also at -10. They both are the same place. That is why the camera can't pick up the player. Let's make it 0. Okay, now as you can see, the camera can pick it up. So okay, one more thing. When you move to the, you see this button here, so this means if it is clicked, so when you play, the game is going to be maximized, and if it's not clicked, so it's going to stay as it is. Let's just see if I don't click it and play. Okay, so the game is being played now, but it's in the same resolution, it doesn't go big. Okay, you can use this to scale in the scene and scale out. It's just to give you a better view. It doesn't really have much functionality there. Okay, so let's maximize. Nothing is happening, and today let's just add a little functionality to the player. Let's make the player move down. To do that, we have to give our player some physical properties, and to give some physical properties to our player, we have to add a rigid body to it. The rigid body gives it a mass, a drag, an angular drag, and collision. Like, you have the colliders to actually have collision, but if you don't have a rigid body to attach to them, so the collision won't work. To use gravity, if this is checked, so the player is going to be dragged down by a force 9.8, because it's like we have -9.8 moving down force there instead. It just think like this use gravity is supposed to pull the object down. If it's unchecked, so the player is just gonna stay at its position. Okay, it's checked. Let's see what happens. Okay, it moved down and it stands here. Okay, that's amazing. That's great. Okay, so we have the bottom wall here. Do you see this box collider here? This box collider is the reason why the player stands here. If it doesn't have a box collider, the player will move straight through it. Let's check it out. Let's uncheck the box collider. If you uncheck it, it means the box collider is no longer there, no longer effective. So let's check it out. And the player goes straight through it. Okay, the same goes for the player. If the player doesn't have the collider, so it's gonna go straight through it. The player is supposed to have a collider, the box. The wall is supposed to have a collider, and the player is supposed to have a rigid body. If the wall, now the question is why the wall doesn't have the rigid body. It's because the wall is not moving. If two objects are moving, then both of them are supposed to have rigid body. But if one of them is static and like not moving from its position, and the other one is just moving, so that one is supposed to have a rigid body. and that is how it works, I think. Okay, so that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed and you have something to learn. If you think this was helpful, so give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you already haven't. Uh, have a good day, guys, and see you soon.